Another edition of Litter Media Live for this January 15th of 2026. And we are on location today at Petland on North Bridge Street in Chillicothe. And coming up here soon, we're going to make our Pet of the Year presentation. You've seen, no doubt, Jessie on our social media. And of course, we had her picture up on the program earlier. Well, I guess it would be in late December when you had the opportunity to see her. But she's here live and in Dogham today. So we'll visit with she and also her wonderful family who's standing by today. Vicki Fannin is her owner. And we've been off and on talking about the snow and everything today and trying to make sure we're coordinated to be here on time. And we made it, thank the Lord. Let's take a moment look at that forecast for you. We have been dealing with a lot of snow. A big band of snow is making it right its way through the Huntington Hills and into Pike County. There's been several cars off the roadway and accidents today, schools being closed in many areas, and some businesses are opening late today as well. So you might take a look at their social media if you're going somewhere. Take a look at their social media. They may have an update for you there as to what their plans are for the day. In the meantime, here's the forecast. We are expecting some clearing skies toward late this afternoon with temperatures in the 20s. Cloud cover and temperatures in the upper 30s for Friday, and a chance of rain Saturday with highs in the 30s. Partly sunny on Sunday, temperatures in the 20s. And of course, here today, we are inside a Petland. We'll tell you more about why we are here in the coming moments. Also, just ahead, we'll get you caught up to date with what's making news for us today. We can give you a little teaser. Sports has Logan Elm with a Hall of Fame class being inducted this weekend. And of course, dealing with the story that happened earlier this week in Huntington. We'll review that for you in just a few short moments. All coming up on this edition of Litter Media Live.
Serving our area for more than 4 decades, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. If you click on any ad on our website, you'll find more information. AccurateHVAC.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world. With multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Back again at Petland on North Bridge Street in Chillicothe. Here is the award that folks will be able to see us giving to Jessie here in just a few short moments. Let's take a look at what's making news for you. You can follow along at littermedia.com. You'll find all of our social media contact information, YouTube, Spotify, X, Facebook, all that stuff is in the upper right-hand corner on the home page at littermedia.com. You can now see the entire interview that I had with Huntington Local Schools Superintendent Pete Ruby and Ross County Sheriff George Lavender discussing Tuesday's active threat emergency at the school. They talk about the event, how the emergency was handled, and the evacuation plan, how it was exercised as well. The source of the call remains under investigation, but they've traced it as an internet call originating in California. The video is now on our YouTube channel, and of course you'll find a link as well here on our Facebook page. The Adena Health Board of Trustees has appointed new officers and welcomed new members. Adena Health serves 9 counties across South Central and Southern Ohio. Bob French, Kevin Shoemaker, Brian Ream, and Bill Knowles, all in addition to naming new officers. They have board welcomed Susan Gearhart and Lois Jetty as well. Lois, of course, a friend of the program. And the board also recognized Jennifer McKell and Carvel Simmons for their years of service and dedication to Adena Health. Both recently completed the maximum number of terms allowed under board bylaws. You can read more about that at littermedia.com. Generators are critical during severe weather events, and when the power can go out, you need to have something that generates power for you. So they can also bring power to remote job sites, aid in disaster recovery, and assist homeowners in emergencies. The Outdoor Power Equipment Institute and International Trade Association reminds home and business owners to keep safety in mind when using those generators. You can find the web story on our website, littermedia.com, for tips for your generator. With the holidays officially over, it's a matter of time until credit card bills, I got mine in the mail just this week, from last month, spending and finding their way into Ohioans' mailboxes. While many individuals may be tempted to quickly set those bills aside, the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Financial Institutions encourages everyone to slow down, review those statements for any questionable charges, and consider how they might keep their financial goals on track in 2026. Coming up, the next Chillicothe Tree Commission meeting, and that is scheduled at the City Administration Building, 35 South Payne Street in Chillicothe. That'll be on Tuesday at 5 p.m. So if you want to participate in that, the meeting is open to the public. And the next OMJ Van on the Road event is coming up Tuesday, January 27th, so a little over a week from now. And that'll be at 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Garnet A. Wilson Public Library on North Market Street in Waverly as well. All right, that's a look at what's making news for you today. Of course, we're making news being here live at Petland, our proud sponsor of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Year. And Jesse is in-house. We'll talk with Jesse and more coming up in just a few short moments. Sit close. We have sports on the way next, and still to come, this date in history and more on Litter Media Live.
Things have never been more complex, and some decisions just can't wait. Which is why our K&B Mobility app gives you instant access to the financial tools you need wherever you are. Get a clear picture of all of your accounts, check your daily transactions, receive account alerts, and much more. So no matter where you are or what you are doing, you can make the best decisions for you and your financial goals. Download our Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Welcome back to Petland, and taking a look at last night's Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard. You can find all the scores that we have there for you on littermedia.com. Girls basketball last night, Circleville maintains a first place hold in the Mid-State League with a win over Fairfield Union last night, 40-30. That's, I think, the third loss for Fairfield Union in the league play this year so far. Circleville and Logan Elm will face off next Tuesday, and we will be broadcasting that game on Litter Media Radio. FAC action last night. McLean a winner over Washington 34-31. Hillsborough took Chillicothe 65-18. Miami Trace a winner over Jackson 38-23. In the Shack, it was White Oak beating Ripley 51-41. A couple of key games intact for you tonight. I mentioned Logan Elm. Well, they have won 10 straight games, and they will be in Benton County tonight with their 13-1 mark. Also, there's a lineup for you in the Southern Hills Athletic League, along with SOC and TVC tonight. You can find those games later today on our webpage, littermedia.com. Litter Media Radio back in the field Friday night as Evan Callahan's Circleville Tigers travel to Bloom Carroll for a battle for a share of first place in the Mid-State League Buckeye with Fairfield Union. As coverage will begin around 7:15 on Friday. Logan Elm will have an afternoon boys basketball game. 3 o'clock is the start time on this. And during the break in between the JV and the varsity contest, they will be inducting new members of the Logan Elm Hall of Fame. Those include Brooke Gardner-Hines, who was graduate of 2012. She was an all-star in basketball, softball, cross country, and track. Dominic Wagner from 2015's class in football, wrestling, and track and field. Also, Avery Klaus. She was a standout in golf and tennis and graduated in 2020. And her classmate, Hayden Karshner, in 2020, track and field. He was a thrower, discus, and also shot put, and was one of the premier throwers here in this area. The Columbus Blue Jackets are back on home ice tonight with Vancouver. Can they make it 2 wins in a row for their new head coach? We'll find out later this evening. The Lady Basketball Buckeyes defeated Penn State last night quite handily, 108-84. They're off until Monday for their next battle. OU women slipped up to Kent State last night, 71-68. Just needed one more possession. And the Cleveland Cavaliers were winners over the 76ers in Philadelphia, 133-107. They'll have another match in Philadelphia on Friday. All right, coming up in a moment, this date in history, and maybe you've been hearing some screeching going on in the background. That's no one that is... It's not Aaron Glandon going through any kind of punishment, we'll tell you that. He is running the show today, working all the production back behind the scenes and everything. That is, can we say this? A friend who showed up from Amazon. We're not Amazon.com. I'm talking about the Amazon. We'll explain coming up in just a bit. But first, this date in history just around the corner, our national days as well.
No bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about their metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
At Country Clipper, pride runs deep. We take pride in knowing our mowers help create a space for families to make memories. That our features transform mowing into an enjoyable experience. Most importantly, we take pride in knowing the decision to purchase a Country Clipper will be one you can be proud of for years to come. Country Clipper zero-turn mowers.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
We are coming to you from Petland on North Bridge Street in Chillicothe. This award to be given away in just a few short moments to Jesse, this year's Pet of the Year. Just had this information passed along to us. Huntington at Adena basketball postponed until February 11th. So that's fresh off the, what's that? That's a girls' game. Fresh off of the presses, so to speak. Actually, it hasn't even reached the presses. I simply wrote it down on my paper. This date in history, some things to share with you. Events that happened on this date, 2009. Remember when that flock of seagulls, it wasn't seagulls, it was geese, Canadian geese, forcing Flight 1549 to make an emergency landing in the Hudson. We all remember Captain Sully. Shortly after taking off from LaGuardia Airport in New York City, that was the safest place to land, right there in the Hudson. There were 6 major injuries, but outside of that, everybody got off the plane A-OK. 2001, the world came to know Wikipedia, the internet-based encyclopedia. 1974, we were introduced to the Cunninghams in their Wisconsin home, and one of the coolest cats around, Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz, on ABC's Happy Days. The show originally began as a vignette on Love American Style on ABC. That was back in the 1970s as well. In 1964, it was Vince Lombardi's Green Bay Packers winning the first Super Bowl 35-10 over Hank Stram and Kansas City. Hank gave us the matriculation down the field. He's the guy that came up with that. We now have his famous news and notes on NFL films. National Day for today is Bagel Day. It's also Booch Day. Hat Day, which I left my hat in the car, Strawberry Ice Cream Day, and Get to Know Your Customers Day. Those are the special days for you here. All right, coming up in a moment, we will introduce you to Jesse, but first we want to have Jack Huggins join us here. Jack, come on over, sit down. And you didn't bring your screeching friend with you, did you?
I have not. Okay. I have not. But we have an Amazon parrot that just arrived yesterday. So I think it's pretty amazing to be able to stop right here in Chillicothe, Ohio, to be able to see something that you'll find in the rainforest. I was just telling my boss that we need to play rainforest ambiance in our store so that it really sets the scene for those noises.
Yeah, we already have the screeching, right? So why not throw the rest of the ambiance in?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Tell us what's going on at Petland. What's the latest going on today?
So the latest today is I believe we're going to be presenting a Pet of the Year award. Here at Petland, of course, we like to stay local. I believe when people come to Petland Chillicothe, this is actually the flagship location. So starting in 1967 right here in Chillicothe, Ohio. Of course, we're a global business now, but Ed Konselman started a dream here in Chillicothe. And I recently took over as the general manager, and I really feel like I get to push that dream of matching the right pet with the right person, which is just an amazing thing to be able to do right here in Chillicothe. And magic happens when you introduce a pet with a person. And here at Petland we have fish and reptiles and an Amazon parrot that you can't find anywhere else. So right here in Chillicothe, we like to stay local, but that's kind of what's new, what's going on right now.
And we will tell you that you grew up with Petland.
Yes.
I mean, this has been in your entire life, hasn't it?
Yes. So I was kind of born into it as my dad worked here for many years. So me in kindergarten, there were other people who wanted to be firefighters and policemen, but I wanted to be a pet counselor at Petland, Chillicothe specifically. So I'm kind of living the dream, thankfully.
Yeah, that's very cool. Congratulations on getting the gig, so to speak.
Thank you.
But a big day today. How often have you had a pet of the year?
This is my first time meeting a pet of the year. It's a very beautiful, beautiful Shetland sheepdog. Yes, Shetland sheepdog. It's an amazing breed, but Jesse here, I'm meeting her for the first time. So it's pretty cool. It's an honor to be able to present the award, and I think we're going to do a little Petland gift card to set her up right.
Very nice. Are you ready to make your debut? Jessie's getting, she's not real sure. Well, come on over. We'll get you involved here. Can we get everybody in the screen? I think we can. There's Jessie, and Jessie's owner is Vicki Fannin.
Hi.
Hi. Tell us about how you came to know this beautiful animal.
Okay, well, my family, especially my daughter, we all decide that we come over and take the pets out, or take the animals out and pet them, just to make sure that I'll get loving, because I know some of them, they don't really get played with much. And we came over that day, and I saw little Jez, and she had that little heterochromia with the blue eye and the brown eye, and I was like, that baby's going to be mine. I don't care what I have to do to get her. And everybody kind of like says, oh, it's a mini Lassie, and it's really not. Jez, can you get your hind parts out of the way?
You're seeing her good side.
That's exactly her fluffy butt. But she actually, she's as big as she's going to get. She just turned 2 November 7th, which ironically, and that was another reason I bought her, I'm not even going to lie, it was my dad's birthday, and my dad passed away several years ago. So that was like a special thing for me. But she's really easy to take care of. We brush her about once a week, maybe twice a week, and use the de-shedder. So anybody who is looking for a beautiful companion, come down to Petland, because I'm telling you what, these little Shelties are the most amazing pets. And they actually have a rough collie here now that I absolutely fell in love with. It's a tricolor. She's a sable, though, so.
But she's not an only child, so to speak.
No, she isn't. We have quite a collection. My daughter actually has a mini Aussie, and he just turned 2 in December on Christmas. And then we have a full-size Australian Shepherd Sheltie mix, and he was just a little stray that she picked up. And we also have another mixed breed, and then we have a 9-month-old Husky who is getting very vocal. His name is Donald J. Husky, and he stands on his soapbox daily. And then we also finally have our little Bear. He is a little mini poodle. He is like a little black gray, and he's a handful. He is really, he's a sweetheart, though. Good
Got
dog.
Your own little petting zoo.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, Vicki told me early on that she was going to be dressed very similarly to Jessie, and they have matching sweaters today.
We do, very much. My daughter actually picked this one up for Jez, and she was shopping at one of the stores, and she goes, Mom, they have one that's almost identical to that. The bow's just a little different color, and I was like, let's go get it. So we went down and picked it up, and here we are to get the big award.
Yes, fantastic. Well, here's what we have for you. This is a wonderful design for Jessie. And so Jessie and Vicki, congratulations on being our Petland Pet of the Year.
That is yours. What do you think, baby? Oh, I think she likes it. My daughter's been calling her the famous dog all the time now, so.
Well, Jack, you've got something from Petland as well for Jessie.
Yes, we do. We have a little Valentine's Day. 'Tis the season a little bit early, but we have some treats for little Jessie here.
She loves those. Yes,
so there's
thank
some treats
you.
for her, and then we have a Petland gift card on behalf of Petland for Jessie.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Want to go shopping? Yeah, you love to shop. She's got more clothes than most humans.
And with a number of animals in your home, you need a gift card, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll tell you what, a lot of people are like, how do you have that many animals in your house and not go crazy? I said I'd go crazy if they weren't there. Emotional companionship. I actually sprained like I was telling you, I sprained my ankle, and this dog has not left my side. We were there when Trump got shot in Butler, and we took a week off, and she stayed right by my side, never left me. They are the most loyal and loving dogs. I cannot say enough about this breed. I think it's kind of underrated, and I can tell you right now, straight up, I would buy like 50 of those if I had room for them somewhere. They're just amazing.
50 of them. Did you hear that? Place an order. Congratulations on being the Pet of the Year. Thanks to Petland, and let's hear it for Jessie. Hey. That got her attention. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. And we visited just a moment ago. We are going to continue with this promotion next year. So let's see who might be the Pet of the Year for 2026. Jack, thank you very much. Thank you also, Vicki. And thank you, Jessie, as well. I never gave her a chance to say anything. And she's silent. She's silent.
That'd be the first time she
Yes.
would be.
Thank you to Petland for opening your doors to us here today for this presentation and to carry the show as well. Thanks also to our Aaron Glandon, who did a lot of all the connection, all this production stuff, all thanks to Mr. Hand, too, with the thumbs up right there. And there's a great deal of coordination that takes place to put something like this on. And thank you to Petland for their help in making this happen. Thanks for watching this edition of Litter Media. There she is, Pet of the Year, Jessie.
Thank you.
And we're clear.